Hello everyone, I'm Ashita, your host for today's Spark session. Welcome back to our 17th week. For the ones who do not know what Spark is a 41-week journey where we come together every Sunday to meditate, reflect, and grow consciously. Every week, we explore different dimensions of life, from inner stillness to practical living. Before moving on to our session, let's start with meditation. I request Ravi sir to come forward and carry forward.
Yes, yeah. Let's go into meditation. Thank you, Manshida, for starting the session. Let me start sharing the music. I was trying to share the screen. Oh yeah, I can do that. Yes. Mm, Right. Let's go into meditation. Okay. Let me know if you can hear my voice. Okay, and also the music. Can you confirm, Varshita? Are both okay? My voice and music.
We can hear your voice, I cannot hear your music.
How about now?
No,
No?
no.
Let me do one more time.
Yes.
Yeah, now you can hear both, yes? Right. Okay, friends, let's go into meditation. My dear friends, let us all go into meditation. Meditation, a journey within. Relax entire body from top of the head till tip of the toe. The more relaxed you are, the deeper the meditation will be. Relax your forehead. Unknowingly, we tighten the facial muscles. Relax forehead and the space between the eyebrows. Eyes. Maybe you can have a gentle smile on your face so that all the facial muscles are fully relaxed. Neck is relaxed. Drop the shoulders. Hands are fully relaxed. Chest, stomach, abdomen, upper back, lower back, relaxed. Thighs are relaxed. Knees, calf muscles, ankles, feet, entire body is fully relaxed. There is no tightness, discomfort whatsoever anywhere in the body. Drop your entire weight onto the floor wherever you are sitting, on the chair. Now, once the body is fully relaxed, shift the focus of your attention to your breath, the breath that is happening on its own without any efforts. Your complete attention and awareness is on the breath that is coming into your body, touching the nostrils, and the breath going out of the body, touching the nostrils. If there are any thoughts, do not fight with them. Do not label them. Do not try to forcefully control them. Just witness and softly, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Let's follow this for next few minutes. Relaxed body, no discomfort whatsoever. And breath is also relaxed, normal, natural. Do not hold the breath, do not try to take long breath. Let it be as natural as possible. Observe the breath as it is. Do not worry about external distractions like somebody in the family or talking or walking, working on something. Do not react to the external noises, external distraction, and do not react to the internal distractions like thoughts. Nothing can bother you, nothing can disturb you except your own reaction. Just observe, accept everything as it is. Let the thoughts come and go. Do not react and do not have resistance either. It is the nature of the mind to have thoughts. just to witness, acknowledge, and softly, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Completely surrendered. When you surrender to your breath, naturally you will observe the breath. Maintain the state, maintain the energies, continue to be one with your breath. Relaxed body, relaxed breath, and your entire awareness is on your breath. relaxed body, and relaxed breath. Your entire awareness is on your breath. Let the thoughts come and go. Do not react. The moment you react, you lose the energy. When you observe, you gain the energy. Maintain the state, maintain the energies. There are too many thoughts. Maybe you can have a gentle smile on your face that can reduce the intensity of the thoughts and continue to be one with your breath. Surrender to your breath. When you are fully relaxed, when you are sitting in a comfortable posture, naturally you will be attentive to your breath. Even few seconds of awareness on the breath can have a greater impact. Let's do last 1 minute with so much of commitment and sincerity, and with so much of grace. Let us observe our breath gracefully, not forcefully. Meditation is not about doing, but about being. Let's observe the breath for last 1 minute. Let us be grateful for everything what we have in our life and to everyone in our life. This universe loves gratitude. The more grateful you are, more gifts you will receive from this universe. Let us be grateful for our parents, friends, family members, colleagues, community neighbors, to the farmers, to all the living beings. The sun, moon, food, water. Let us be grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last but not the least, a wonderful vehicle of a body. Thank you. Express gratitude for each and every part of your body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, bring your attention back to awareness back to your body consciousness. Feel the body, feel the surroundings. Gently release your hands, place them on your eyes for a few seconds. With the sense of gratitude to the meditation, to wonderful Grandmaster Patriji, slowly open your eyes with a beautiful smile.
Now, carrying the stillness forward, let's listen to a video bite by Patriji.
Dear friends, the first point is meditation. The second point is ahimsa. Pyramid youth for meditation and ahimsa. Meditation is the most important thing for every person, whether you are young or old, whether you are male or female, whether you are from India or from China, whatever may be your background. If you are a human being, you must be a candidate for meditation. Meditation must become a daily part of your daily routine throughout your life. Meditation is the backbone for human life. So we have got only 2 points. The first point is meditation. The second point is ahimsa, non-violence, non-killing, non-interference. Non-killing, non-violence, non-interference. 3 things. All 3 things are put together in ahimsa. You cannot kill, you cannot violate, you cannot interfere with others' lives in any fashion. So please say non-killing, non-violence, non-interference. The 2 points, my dear friends. The first point is meditation. The second point is
Let's always reflect to what Patriji said and move on to having the privilege of hearing from Ravi sir. Based in London for 15 years, turned his life around through meditation after a tough start. With his wife Pranahita as his first guide, he came over deep depression and found success both personally and professionally. Now, as an associate director and a founding member, okay, he leads a meditation workshop all over the UK. Today, he'll show us how his journey and how a plant based lifestyle can unlock success. Let's welcome him.
Thank you, Varshita, once again for the warm welcome. And and I love the program name Spark, right? So the youth of the PSSM really carry that spark, that energy. And I'm sure, under the guidance of our senior masters and, the PAIMA advisory, sure the spark, that energy is properly channelized. I always admire the youth energy in PSSM activities. Whenever we do programs in the UK, a majority of the work is done by youth team here. You ask anything, they will get it done. And no matter how far they live, they come a day before and they try to, as flexible as possible, and they do the work done within the shorter time. And it's all credit goes to the the PSM guiding principles and the foundation that laid down by our Patriji, the the energy that you carry. Thanks to the youth. So now, of course, I'll quickly share my journey, as in before coming into meditation, I was an alcoholic. I was a smoker, and I had a lot of fears and phobias. And I used to struggle with health issues like insomnia and the acidity and a lot of other health issues and family issues. That's when I got the meditation in my life. One of my friend then, she used to try to convey the message, and she always used to tell that meditation, how beneficial it is for me, but I never used to listen, as I was young person then, 25 26 years, right? I used to make fun of her, meditation is for oldies, not for a young person like me. But it was need of the hour for me, right? So it was I was on the verge of ending my life because of all these issues and the issues at the work. I could not perform well, and I went into a deep depression phase. And she taught me meditation over the phone. I was in Sweden over the phone, and I practiced meditation in the train while going to the office and while coming from the office to my place. It was like 10 hours of journey on each side. And in first 10 days, I could heal my insomnia problem. 10 days, literally. 10 days, my insomnia problem is gone. I used to take alcohol until late nights, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And I used to sleep hardly. I used to sleep 3 to 4 hours. But with this meditation, within 10 days, I started sleeping well. And within few weeks, I gave up alcohol. And after few days, I gave up smoking as well. It took some time to address my fears and phobias. I have done intensive meditation sessions. Like, I used to sit every day, almost 68 hours of meditation. I was a bachelor. I used to be in Bangalore then. And there was a beautiful center in Brookfield. I used to sleep there only. Um, and my work hours used to be 12 to 10. And remaining, rest of the time, I used to always sit in meditation. I understood the essence of meditation in my life, and it took about 3 to 4 months to address all my fears and phobias. Okay, and I'm ever grateful for that friend. She's my wife, Pranayita, who taught me meditation over the phone. And also I'm so immense gratitude, so grateful to our wonderful master Patriji, who has touched millions of people with his simple, very simple teachings, right? I'm sure every one of you agree that uh, it is not very heavily loaded subject, right? So whatever he shares is anybody can understand. So I'm so grateful for him for transforming millions of lives. So coming back to this plant-based journey. So after I came into meditation in the year 2007, and I used to do meditation for hours together. On weekends, I used to go to Pyramid Valley and stay there and meditate like 10 hours throughout the day. I just used to sit in meditation. And in 2011, we moved to UK. When I moved to UK, here also, I used to do meditation. And in 2012, one of our PSSM members only, they used to live in, they moved from US to India, and they are good friends of mine. And they said, if you want to go further into, deep into spirituality, I am connected with some group, something called Supreme Master Ching Hai. And for to get the initiation into their technique, you need to be strict vegan for 3 months, very strict vegan for 3 months. Then only they will give the initiation into their technique. So anyway, I was thinking about becoming a vegan after watching a YouTube video. During those days, there used to be only two or three videos, and one of the video was like "Meet Your Meat." That video really touched my core, and the amount of uh, what you call the animals are tortured, the torture that they are going through, that was clearly shown in that video. And I was thinking about becoming a plant-based, go on plant-based diet. And during that time I got this opportunity, and I became a vegan in 2012. And I was very strict, and I went to France to get the initiation into that technique. But then the technique was a bit different. I again, came back to this Anapanasati. So there's so many techniques, but I found Anapanasati is the peak of the pyramid. That is a very natural, very scientific, and the transformation is very, it's automatic, and we don't need to do any research, and there's no dependency on anything, right? So that was in 2012, 14 years ago exactly, I think in the month of May. So 14 years ago, when I changed what was on my plate, right? I thought I was, changing a diet to get into a new technique, to a new initiative. But what I eventually realized that um, I was changing my relationship with myself, my health, and my food, and the environment. The the most surprising lesson was that small choices, whatever we make, that are repeated every day, can create a amazing change over time, a great change. So let's ask this question, right? So
what if the food on our plate is one of the most powerful environmental decisions we make every day, right? So we always think that most of the people, they think that the environmental actions, means that, electric cars or solar panels or recycling. But then we need to understand our food choices influence the majority of the things, the land use and the water usage and the biodiversity of, and this greenhouse gas emissions and deforestation. Only the food that we are having on daily basis that can, you know, influence all these things. A person, as here I have a car, right? So I hardly use the car on weekdays, maybe not even a day, not even an hour here, because we heavily rely on public transport here. Maybe hardly 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Sometimes it's just 5 minutes, because we go to the station, park the car, and then go to the office in the train and come back. That's all. But the food, right? We eat 3 or more times. In the sense, the snacks and everything. So it's every day, right? So the amount of influence that is happening through food is immense. And to, I know, there's nothing to, I feel like, uh, explaining about this plant-based to the youth masters is like, I'm sure you know more than what I know. Is just my journey of 13 14 years of becoming vegan. Over the period of time, I understood the different benefits, and I attended a workshop in the US when my daughter was born in 2016, and my brother-in-law, he suggested that I go and attend a workshop. It is called How to Multiply Your Baby's Intelligence. And they have done years of research, and not when this, we have so much of information on the internet. When I attended in 2016, the person who is taking this workshop is a group, it's a big institute, right? So her father, so she herself was like in her 60s. So her father did so much of research. So imagine when the research was done in early, maybe mid 19th century, right? So I mean to say 1950s or 1960s that time. And he traveled throughout the world and understood different types of kids and different types of cultures, and they teach about you know one of the key point they say about is the food that we give it to the babies. They suggest that not to give the milk products to the babies. Can you imagine? In the US institute, and they are mentioning about this, the milk that is coming from the animals, right, from the cow or buffalo, it is having an enzyme called casein, which is only for the calves, not for the human beings, right? So yes, until the age of year 5, or 5 years or 6 years, that's fine. But after that, we don't need to give. You need to plan a properly planned diet has to be followed. But that's what it was, the research they have done, right? So, and then once the child grows, then slowly, because of this society, the giving the animal products, not just, they don't stop at milk and cheese. They'll start giving, as a child, I was um, having meat until the age of maybe 7. And in the at the age of 7, when I went to when in one of the day, my teacher shared a story of a boy, he who was like kind of stopping animal sacrificing over there, and that touched me. And then since then I stopped eating meat. I when I, I told my uh, parents that I am not going to eat meat. because animals are like us. So that story that my teacher shared, it had, great influence on me. So likewise, as parents, if they can kind of give the reality of the meat industry, every child would become, very conscious. Even at the age of 7, I took the decision to become a vegetarian. So you can imagine, right? So it's all depends on the parents. So the amount of food that we are growing in the world at the moment is too much to feed the animals, only to eat the animals, right? So if you see the number of animals, the livestock, right? So that livestock farming is the amount of food is grown, the agriculture, the food is grown only to feed those animals. And then they kill the animals and then the humans eat it. When we could eat that plants directly, why would we need that? Right? So this highlights the inefficiency of our food system. A large proportion of agricultural land is used for livestock and this animal feed. When plants are consumed directly, very few resources are required, isn't it? So plant-based eating is not about what you call lack. It's about the efficiency and the amount of water in every meal that goes in non-plant-based food, whether it is dairy or meat. Okay, I will tell you how many of you here are vegetarians. I'm not, not vegans, but vegetarians. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you are not vegans, but vegetarians, right? So if I tell you having the dairy products is contributing more to the greenhouse gas emissions than the meat industry, what would you do? So because for this dairy industry, the food that has to be fed, the very, protein rich food has to be fed to the animals, and the amount of care it has to be taken for the dairy cows, dairy and dairy animals, that results in more, environmental pollution than the meat directly. So, and what happens, right? So when a cow, the normal lifetime of a cow is, I think, 12 to 14 years. Because of the dairy industry, because of the demand of these milk products, the lifetime of the cow is reduced to 6 years. See how much we are contributing. I'm not saying you stop it right away, but do it, as much possible, whatever the amount of reduction you can do in the consuming this paneer or cheese or the milk products or sweets. I don't remember having this much of availability of the paneer and sweets as a child. I only once in a while we used to get the sweets made up of milk or ghee and things like that. And paneer in South India, it was never used, and I only got to know about paneer when I moved from my hometown to Hyderabad in the restaurants. Until then, I never knew that there's a kind of taste called paneer, right? So now in every function, in every marriage, um, uh, the paneer is the default. We need to change that. Only people like you who has the spark, right? So who has that energy, who can feel the um, the pain that animals are going through, can bring that change, right? Only today's young people, right? They are the future generation. You are the future generation, and you can bring in the change. So uh, it is important that we educate people, and also we also reduce the amount of the dairy usage in day-to-day basis. So I'm not saying just stop it right away or take whatever the less you can take, right? So a diet, this is the plant-based diet that benefits you even if everyone else doesn't follow it. Even some of us follow it, it has a greater impact. Okay, the plant-based meal creates an immediate impact. That's why they in in the UK, in Western countries, they are saying that meat-free Mondays, because they know that even eating plant-based diet only for one day a week can have a greater impact. So imagine if everyone becomes majority of the people become plant-based, how we are going to help this plant earth, right? The future of healthcare system, it starts in the kitchen. Yeah, it starts in the kitchen. The animal protein, whatever it is, whatever the form it is, okay, it is not really good for our health. Okay, so food is information, whether it is dairy or meat, whatever the food we are taking, there is a memory in that food, right? So when the animals are killed, when the animals are tortured for to take the dairy out of it, right? So that food, every cell of that food is carrying that information, that fear, and then we eating that fear, we naturally have the fears in our life. So when we give the fear to others and we get the fear in our life, so you get what we give, right? So and actually in multiple folds, right? This is what we know, right? So you give whatever you give and it comes back to you in multiple folds. And this has become normalized, uh, on every event and in every party, having a lot of animal products. It has become normal, and nobody really realizes that amount of damage they are doing to the planet Earth. All these chronic diseases become so common, and the torturing of animals is so common, and we don't even know that the where is this milk coming from, and how this milk is taken, how this meat is taken. I mean, of course, as pyramid masters, I'm sure most of you are vegetarians. There's no point of talking about vegetarian here, right? So it's not about, when we think that plant-based is like, very limited choices, and there's a kind of deprivation when we are eating the plant. No, I mean, my experience over this 14 years has not been about what I removed from the choices I have. It has been about what I have added. I have added more colors, more variety, more fiber, more nutrients. And I'm, of course, I stopped now, but I'm into this fitness journey also. And I can easily get 70 to 80 grams of protein um, with plant-based diet. And I was doing it, and I was building the muscles also, right? So now I stopped it. But yeah, we don't need to we don't need to give so much of focus on the building the muscles, but building the awareness is more important. So every meal is like a kind of a vote we cast, right? So for the kind of food system, the environment, the future we want to support. So the planet Earth that we want to, the kind of planet Earth that we want to give it to the future generation, it all depends on our food choices, right? So, and there are, as I mentioned, the environmental consequences of be it dairy, for because of the dairy products or meat industry. In both the cases, the deforestation happens. Okay, and the animals that live in that, we are losing those animals. Yeah, so when we eat an animal or animal products, we are not just consuming the animal, we are consuming the land, the water, forest, and the habitats that supported it, right? So because of this animal agriculture for both dairy and meat. There's a water scarcity in the world. Large amounts of water is required to feed these crops that that are grown to feed the animals and drinking water processing, and the what you call greenhouse gas emission, right? So as I said, not just because of the meat, but also because of the dairy, and which is much more. As I said, it is much more, not just equal, it is much more. And we know that the spiritual dimension also, ethical dimension also, that violence creates more violence, whether it is dairy or meat. Okay, and if you see, I remember that reading Seth material, the Seth wisdom, right? So as long as there is a violence, and you will keep seeing this, the news about, Seth material, it communicated through Jen Roberts, expressed the idea that collective violence towards animals contributes to the big imbalance, very big imbalance in the human society, and also our relationship with the nature. So this is a spiritual, viewpoint and a scientific way of telling it, right? So, so I think we are at the, I think we are done, right? So, Hema and Varshita. So it's 3 here. I don't know the time. Yeah. So I just wanted to tell everyone, think about the planet Earth, right? So it is we. Don't think about that, oh, many people are doing it, many people are consuming it, whether it is dairy products or meat, many people are consuming. So if everybody is doing wrong, cannot become right, right? So wrong is wrong, incorrect is incorrect. Okay, so the initiative that we want to take, it should start from us, and we, the change that we want to bring into the society, it has to start from us, right? So we have to preach what we follow. And also, as youth, I would like to for this youth, because you are a future, what do you call, a system who can bring in the reforms in the society. I would say that don't follow blindly anyone. Okay, I'm sure that under the guidance of our masters, Parinita Patriji and Srinivas Reddy sir, you have got a very beautiful and very amazing masters as your guides. Um, but when you are following, don't really follow anything just blindly, because as young energy, right, as youth, you have that energy, and you uh, believe it, and you give all your energy to something, without thinking, and you have use your own intelligence, use your own understanding to discern what is right and wrong. Okay, don't really just follow it, and don't waste your energy. You have to channelize your energy properly, uh, for the right cause. So this is what I want to say before I close.
Thank you, Ravi sir. I think that was really inspiring for all of us. And before I move on, could everyone turn on their videos so that the meeting is way more interactive? And if there are any questions for Ravi sir, please do write it down in the chat box or raise your hand.
Yeah, I mean, it can be
Yes.
a very casual chat. It not necessarily that you need to ask a question on the topic that I have shared. Anything casually, if you want to talk and you want to ask. Of course, because this is very specific, confined to this plant-based diet today. But whenever in the future, I can share other wisdom as well, and my journey as well. But yeah, any casual interaction will be nice. Yeah, so.
Anything's fine.
Yeah. If you don't have any questions, then also fine. Yeah. So how tell me one thing that uh, it was thought provoking for you. Either you can unmute or you can text as well. What was that you've learned today? Something which was, oh, this is I was not aware. I'm sure as you are a PSM masters and you all know the Paima masters, you have more wisdom than our, you have new energy, right? So you follow your intuition so thoroughly. So you have more knowledge, but still, yeah. Yes, milk not suggested for kids in the USA was surprising. Yes.
I found
Yeah.
surprising was that dairy products being more effective than meat. That was really surprising for me because
Yeah.
all my life I've been around chocolates. So yeah,
I know. So, well, yeah, any corporate food, right? So the food prepared by any packaged food, of course, we have to every now and then we have to treat ourselves, but not regularly. Uh, yeah, so it is slowly, right? So we cannot, Rome is not built overnight, right? So we have to slowly change our habits slowly, and then and also when we are introducing this to the new members, right? So we cannot really say that stop everything today, right? So even when I'm guiding the meditation to the friends here and my community here, I'll just say that, okay, first you do meditation, then automatically I was a ferocious meat eater, right? So I used to eat meat every day, as in, like, as I said, I became a vegetarian. And then again, this part I have not shared. Again, after my engineering, uh, when I started drinking and smoking, then I started eating non-vegetarian also, and then used to eat every day, and until few years, and just before after meditation I stopped it. So the meditation that made me to think, and that automatically brought in that compassion in me. Okay, let's not eat meat. That compassion automatically comes when you do the for underlying for every transformation is meditation. No matter whatever the program, somebody may call it as some science or some program, some inner transformation or whatever, and they have some techniques or anything. For every technique, for every program, for the transformation to happen, the underlying is meditation. Okay, so the more sincere you are towards your sadhana, towards your meditation, it will bring in so much of transformation in you, right? So yeah.
yeah, it would be difficult to change it once.
Yes.
Since there are no more questions or anything being asked, let's move on. So now, next, we have Sri Nikhila, a grade 10 student who started meditating at just 4, guided by her dad. As a volunteer in the Reinvent Yourself program by PSSM Global, she handled tech and hosting from a very young age. Today, she'll share her personal experience with meditation and how it shaped her life. Let's welcome her.
Thank you so much. And yeah, greetings to all. Hi, sir. It was a great session. And as you said at the last, it was actually meditation gives you a very great transformation in yourself. Just doing meditation, I went through a lots of experiences. And yeah, thank you for this great opportunity to share my spiritual journey here. I'm super excited when I was just like informed, like, oh, yeah, you have to share your experience in here with your friends, the youth. So I was introduced to meditation at the age of 4 with from my dad, and I'm really grateful to my dad, to my parents, that they really taught me this meditation. They really gave a very valuable gift to me. And it's the best gift ever in my life that I feel so satisfied. So it just gives you that fulfillment. I just really felt, oh yeah, I got the real gift. And at that age, I used to like sit just closing my eyes a little bit and just sitting. That's all. I didn't fully understand what's actually meditation, how to do it, what's the importance of it. But later, growing up, I gradually began to experience its benefits in my daily life. And one of the biggest changes that meditation brought to my life is that self-awareness. I was really aware of the situations that was happening in my life, and also the main thing that brought was observation. I could really observe myself in every bit of my life. I just really mainly there was a lot of situations that where I could say that, oh yeah, I am just observing myself. For example, when I was just getting some negative thoughts, negative emotions, if I was feeling insecurity, if I was just feeling like, oh yeah, this is not right. So I could just sense it that this is not right and this is not the correct one you want. I could sense it. I could get that intention. I could observe myself that what you are doing there in that present moment. So we can say that presence of mind, maybe. So I was really conscious about what I'm doing, and I was really mindful in what I am doing. And of course, I was introduced into music and dance at a really small age, and it was just from meditation. And because of meditation, I could meet so many masters, so many great masters. Coming into here, it feels a great, great blessing for me. Like I could meet so many great masters, and from them, I got to introduce to this beautiful art, music, dance, everything, and it just makes me a full, truly Nikhila, that this person. And meditation helped me understand myself better and develop a more positive attitude towards life. In just simple words, I would say that meditation helped me become more of my true self. And as I continued, my studies started going more smoothly, and I found it easier to concentrate, stay calm, manage my time better. And I used to do some experiments with meditation. I just skip meditation for a day or for a half day, or not starting with meditation at all. I could sense that I cannot do like the time management, really a very proper time management. I could not make a timetable very properly. That was my biggest problem when I don't do meditation. And also, my emotions were just like imbalancing. I could not feel the right emotions, and I would just react, not respond. So, yeah. And another beautiful change was that before meditation, as I said, I didn't know many people outside, just my family and friends, and that's all. But after coming into meditation, I learned so many things from great masters, and their guidance, wisdom, experiences inspired me and also helped me to grow both personally and also like spiritually too. And also this, like, from the last 2 months, I think I have started volunteering. As you, Vashita, as introduced, I was volunteering in Reinvent Yourself Batch 3, and it was a great experience working with whole team and also Pariyaka. It's a great, 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 great experience for me, and I learned a lot of things, and it just gave me that satisfaction. Oh yeah, I just achieved something, and at night I would just recollect all of those moments that I had in the meeting, and also I just used to do some technical work. If anything is needed, I just used to do that in the meetings. But it was just a great journey working with all the masters, all the youth, all my friends here, and I just um, I can say that from meditation, not just like my studies, everything, my life changed. The transformation that I got into this, like after getting into meditation, it was just amazing journey that I'm going through. And because of meditation, I transformed into who I am today. Like Nikhila is this because of that meditation. And I'm really happy that I'm here to share my experiences with you all. And thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Oh my God, that was so sweet. I'm sure you'll be, the inspiration for the role model, as a role model for this youth, because people still think meditation is for old people. But yeah, you'll really be an amazing person. That
Thank you.
was beautiful. Now, thank you, Nikhila, for this powerful experience of yours. Now, moving forward, let's keep the momentum going with our Paima updates. These are the ways we connect and stay motivated throughout our days. Our first update, the IPL, Indian Peace League, happening on Sunday, June 14th from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. It's an offline youth exclusive event at Mysore with group meditation, soulful talks, self-reflection, and a lots of fun. Entry is free, so don't miss it. Next up is the Awakening Youth Fest 2026, our global event, from July 31st to August 2nd at Pyramid Valley International, Bangalore. Over 1,000 minds from ages 16 to 35 will be attending to reflect, recharge, and reinvent. Get ready for meditation, music, wisdom, and a powerful global gathering. It's a movement, so do not miss it. And now for as we're done with the updates, if anyone have any questions to ask Ravi sir or Nikhila, write it down in the chat box or raise your hand. Any kind of conversation is fine.
What arts you are learning, Nikhila? Now you're saying that you started.
Yeah, I'm learning Hindustani music, sir, and
Amazing.
also dance.
Also dance. Amazing. Good, good.
And
So
I like to do some drawings, kind of. Yeah.
yes, yes. Amazing. So yeah, so inspiring to listen to your experiences, and it's such a young age, and we can see witness that the glow in your face is all telling about it, right? So amazing. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Is it not difficult? Yeah, being a vegan. So let me tell you one thing, right? So as a child, at my home, I'm from a small village in Telangana. Um, I don't remember we eating dairy products and meat regularly. And I don't know in other parts of India, maybe the milk, the curd, I mean, you call it yogurt, right? So yogurt is available, uh, lavishly. But in Telangana, I mean, I don't remember we eating yogurt on daily basis. And the meat they used to get once in a week. So it means that we were eating only mainly vegan food. Okay, and the ghee products, we used to eat only during festival days, right? So to add it to some of the sweets or things like that. And the sweets, right? So I remember we eating the sweets. I mean, of course, the sweets that made at home are vegan again. Okay. Um, and the outside sweets, I remember we only used to, maybe it's different for in different cases, but so it means that, becoming a vegan and being a vegan is very, very easy. And now you see a lot of the Sattvic movement is also there, and where they are only mainly promoting the plant-based diet. And whenever I come to India, uh, I don't find any issue. I mean, of course, in the UK, it's very easily available, all the vegan food, except the only problem here is they add a lot of, in every food, they add garlic. But yeah, I don't eat much outside here as well. Uh, but otherwise, vegan food is available everywhere. And Hima, you being here and lot, and she's also vegan, I guess. Now I'm not sure. After going to India with parents around, it will be difficult sometimes, right? Parents will say, okay, eat. Yes, she is vegan again. So yeah, it is not at all difficult, but it's just that we need to, of course, as young, if you are below 20 years, then all these vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, protein, it doesn't matter for you because you already carry that energy, the natural energy that will fill. But after you cross 20 and then 30, you start thinking about, because it's all about the consciousness again, right? So um, some people are just following you know fruit diet. I'm so surprised, how are they managing with fruits? So how are they managing? So if I compare with them, it's nothing. So I get all the protein, whatever as I was saying, that I into this fitness journey as well. Take I used to, not now, but until a couple of months ago, I used to take 80 grams of protein a day. Can you imagine that? With plant-based diet, 80 grams per day is not a small amount of protein. Of course, I take for girls, I don't know how it is, but the tofu and things like that I take here. It is very easily available, and all the tofu variants, right? So available, and also I eat a lot of legumes. Yeah, so um, yeah, it's not very difficult, I would say. And many of you are vegan, I'm sure. Only some of you are vegetarians. Try to reduce as much as possible the dairy products. Okay, yeah, that's all I can say.
Wow. Anyone else? Since there's no one else, Nikhil, I had a question for you. Uh, did you like tell your friends you were meditating and all? Or like, were they supportive?
Yeah, of course. But they used to see me like a yogic person, like when I said like, yeah, I meditate. They used to see me like, oh yeah, where do you like they just think of me like a yogic person when I say, but I just say it frankly like, yeah, I'm a meditator. And if you want to join with me, just come and meditate. I would, if I have friends in my group, before starting any work we are doing at that time, we'll just sit for 5 minutes of like for meditation, and then we'll start the work. So that is the like maybe the condition to work with me. I
That is
put
amazing. That's so beautiful. Touch wood. Like, genuinely touch wood. That Gen Z, very judgmental. But yeah.
yeah, and also I want to share one more experience. So I started sharing meditation to kids here. I started some of the classes in the summer, and it was a successful journey. For the 11 days, I have conducted for 11 days summer camp, mini summer camp for them. And it was just a satisfaction and a happiness that I got, like sharing meditation. Knowing meditation, practicing meditation is one step, like the second step, but teaching meditation, it gives you a lot of you can just go through a lot of fun, enjoyment, and also that satisfaction that comes from teaching others. It's just amazing. And also I manifested a lot of things from meditation. One of that is since like when I'm too young to like a child, I used to go Kartal every year, every December, and I just really enjoy the performances that happens on the stage, that Saraswati Prangana. And I was just imagining myself to dance there on that stage. And I just manifested it for many years. And at the age of 14, I really, like after coming into meditation, doing it regularly, and me and my sister just got together and did meditation for 3 hours. And it was just a very great time that we had at that time. And I really danced that year. I think it's 2022 or three. I'm not sure with the year, but yeah. So that is my best experience that I had with meditation. So I could manifest everything.
Beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Since it's 7:52. Thank you everyone for your attention and for being here today. We really appreciate your presence and we can't wait to see you next Sunday on the 18th week of Spark Session. Have a great week and have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. Bye.
Thank you so much.